Dear all, I welcome you all to the session. In this session, we are going to discuss the other technique in the discounting factor or in the discounting techniques in the capital budgeting. That is, this is the third technique that we are going to learn in the discounting techniques in capital budgeting. After we have understood how to calculate the NPV, and now this is the second technique that we are going to understand, that is profitability index. In case of non-discounting, we have seen two types. One is of payback method, other one is of accounting rate of return. And when we come to the discounting, we have seen the NPV, and this is the second technique that we are looking, that is profitability index. Profitability index is also called as a desirability factor. Okay, and there is one more name for this, that is present value index method. In short form, we also call it as a PI. Okay, so here, what is this present value of index method, or what is this profitability index method, and why we require that? Let's try to understand. Okay, so here what happens, you might have seen that they will be, the students may have seen how with the help of discounted cash flow technique, the two alternative proposal for capital expenditure can be calculated or compared, right? See, even academicians or researchers or even the students will feel that how we can use this discounted cash flow technique to compare when there is a two alternative proposal, right? Because in certain cases the capital the cash inflows are predominantly different, right? In certain cases we have to compare the number of proposals, each involving in different amount of the cash outflow inflows. So that's why when you have a lot of proposal with you and you have to select one good proposal, and you will have the different cash outflow, and you will have the different cash inflows, and you have to compare those. And how do you compare? You can compare using the profitability index. Okay, it is similar to the NPV method, but this is the different technique which we used. Okay, one of the methods of comparing such proposal is to work out what is known as the desirability factor, how much you are desired to invest in the particular uh, investment or in the particular project. Okay, so what is the formula to calculate the profitability index is sum of the discounted cash inflows divided by the cash outlay. That is nothing but present value of discounted cash inflows divided by initial cash outlay or initial investment. Okay, or total discounted cash outflow. So here the decision criteria is, okay, when to accept the project, when to reject the project. If the profitability index is more than 1, go ahead and accept the project. If the profitability index is less than 1, go ahead reject the project. Okay, in case of mutually exclusive projects with higher PI should be select. What is mutually exclusive? Here in the mutual exclusive, assume that there are 5 projects. Okay, but you have to select only one projects. Okay, that is called mutually exclusive. In that case, what you will do, you will go and select the projects which is giving higher profitability index. Okay, I hope the concept is clear. Let's try to take the example of this problem, and then we can go ahead and solve. Okay, so here the problem is like this. Suppose we have 3 projects involving the discounted cash outflow of 5,50,000, 75,000 and 10,20,000. okay, respectively. There are two projects, you can name it as a ABC, and for that initial investment is 50,000, 5,50,000, 75,000 and 10,20,000 respectively. Suppose further that the sum of discounted cash inflows of the projects are 6,50,000, 9,50,000 and 10,30,000 respectively. Okay. Calculate the desirability factors for three projects. So here usually always your initial investment is in the discounted form only. We need to discount that. That is readily available. Discounted cash outflow or initial cash outflow or initial cash investment is readily available. But what we have to do for the cash inflows, we should see that whether it is discounted or non-discounted. In the previous cases, we have discounted and find out the NPV. Here in this problem, they have only given that discounted cash inflows. So that means that they have already discounted the present value. We can directly take the cash inflows. If they just give it as a cash inflows, and then in that time they must give the cost of capital, and then we discount all that and convert that into the present value, and then we have to call that as a discounted cash inflow. In that they have performed all that task and they have directly given us the discounted cash inflows. And we know what is the formula. That is nothing but the formula to calculate the profitability index is the present value of cash inflow divided by initial investment. For the present value of cash inflow for the project A is 6,50,000 and the initial investment is 5,50,000. So the profitability index is 1.18. Okay. So we always mention this in the ratios or in the index. So here for the second projects, 95,000 divided by 75,000, you will get 1.27. And for the third, you will get 0.01. In all this, which one is having the more PI or more profitability index? So the more profitability index is for the 1.27. Okay. All these three projects is more than one, so we can go ahead and accept, but we have sometimes we might, if it is a mutually exclusive, we have to select only one project. In that time, which projects you will go and select? You will go and select the project which is giving higher profitability index. That is nothing but your 1.27. Say project 2. It would be seen that the absolute terms of project 3 gives the highest cash inflows, yet the desirability factor is low. This is because the outflow is also very high. The desirability factor index help us in ranking the various project, right? So here your profitability index or your desirability factor is the technique, that is the extension of your NPV. Okay, because whatever there is a lag or disadvantages in NPV, that has been covered in the profitability index method. Okay, I hope the concept is clear. Thanks for watching the video.